Hi there guys, it's Ken Steep from McCann Professional Dog Trainers and welcome back to McCann Dogs. We are just getting ready for the lesson 1 tonight. Our grade 1 students are all, everyone's getting settled in their chairs. So I'm just going to turn the camera around.
Am I too loud? Can you turn down this side? My name is Deb McCann, this is my husband Marty. And we're the owners of this McCann Professional Dog Trainers.
And you can see behind the scenes here, we have our instructors getting ready as Deb starts to do some of her announcing to get the crowd ready.
We've been in this building for 21 years and we would like to welcome you all here. We have a great staff. We have 15
So basically, to give you a little bit of context, tonight is lesson 1. Excuse me, I have a horrible cold. Tonight is lesson 1. All our grade 1 students come in for the first lesson without their dogs and learn about dog training. We talk a little bit about how dogs learn, the methods that we use, some ways to make sure that our students can be successful. And we also put on a bit of a show, a little entertainment show at the opening of the presentation. So that's what we're going to watch today. And I'm going to stop talking so that you can hear Deb.
Tonight is lesson number 1 of grade 1 of our family dog program, and you're here tonight without your dog so that you can sit and listen and watch and learn some stuff that's going to help you be a little more successful, especially that first night when you come to class or first day next week. It's always a little intimidating because your dog has never been in a room with 12 or 14 other dogs, and sometimes they are pretty excited and sometimes they're intimidated and very distracted.
And these are our new apprentice instructors. You can see them all lined up. Everybody working hard. Everybody's learning about lesson 1.
And then come back to class next week and you have a little bit of training under your belt. You've been able to sort of work through some things. So tonight we're going to talk about some tips so that will help you be successful. We're going to talk about what kind of equipment we recommend for you to be successful, and we're going to actually teach lesson number 1. We're going to give you a set of 6 or 7 skills to actually practice at home. Come back next week, we will review those in class, help you with them, and then give you.
So I'm going to introduce you to a couple of our instructors and their dogs, and this is Ted. And Ted, who have you got with you today? This is
Ellie.
Ellie.
Oh yeah.
Ellie is Golden. And this is Instructor Jane. And who are you having out here today?
This is my best bud. This is Falcor.
Alongside.
Beautiful dog. You'll see Instructor Jane out there a lot today.
With a little bit of an obedience.
Instructor Wendy with her Golden. Which Golden is this, Wendy? This is Reba.
Well-trained family pets can do. These are some of our instructors.
And Instructor Chris with her Border Collie Siri, yeah.
Hang out in the house and do all kinds
and
of
Instructor
fun
Carol.
things.
And who have you got today?
I've got Newman with me.
And they've learned to listen and understand the rules of their household. They get to do all kinds of really fun
And this
things.
is Instructor Lori, who you may recognize if you've taken our new puppy seminar, but she's this is Instructor Lori. Who do you have with you today?
I have Dash. Dash the Papillon.
Jane, we're ready. Let's get started.
Okay, away we go.
First up, I'll just introduce Lori with her little Papillon. Right in front of me here, this is Dash. And next we have Christine and her red Border Collie named Siri. Then we have Wendy Hunter and her beautiful Golden Retriever, Reba. Next we have Jane and her Belgian Malinois. This is Falcor. And Ted and another beautiful Golden Retriever. This is Ellie. And last but not least, we have Carol Lawrence and a little Parsons Terrier named Newman Bing. He has 2 names. So one of the first things that you're going to teach your dogs to do, and that is to not pull on the leash. We're going to teach these dogs to have leash respect, so that when your leash is attached, they are not going to be pulling or tugging on that leash and subsequently on your shoulder. We want you to be able to walk down the street, stop at the curbside, or maybe to say hello to a neighbor, and your trusty old dog will sit nicely beside you and not jump up and land 4 muddy footprints or 2 muddy footprints. Now sometimes you're going to go fast, maybe jog with your dog. Other times you might be walking slow. Maybe you have a toddler or you have a buggy, a baby buggy to push. your dog can be asked to walk slowly as well. So whatever pace you go, the dog should adjust his pace to walk nicely beside you, and of course this is always on a loose lead. Now we know you meet distractions along the way, and some of you maybe even change sides of the street to avoid them. But not for long, you'll be able to do a little dance with the dog as you go by the street. And your dog will ignore the other dogs and listen to you. That is our goal for you. Be able to have a nice walk without any hiccups along the way. Now, besides walking on a nice loose lead, we teach the dogs to do a variety of different exercises. One of them would be a sit-stay. We want our dogs to be able to sit and stay while they are under distraction. Balls, toys, fuzzy things, people walking by. We would like our dog to be able to remain in a sit until we return to them, reward them, and release them. Remember, you can clap out there for anything you do is nice. Now we're going to try this. We're going to try this little wheel with the dogs, and you see that the dogs will change their pace according to the speed of the handler. Those two dogs in the middle, big and little, have to walk really slow, while the dogs on the outside will adjust their pace to go fast. Now, some of the dogs, we were going to take a leash off. I'm not sure if they're all coming off today. Depends on the level of training. But we're going to show you that once they learn to walk without their leash, or walk with their leash, you can have them walk without your leash. They're learning the command, let's go, which means let's go for a walk, stay beside me on the left, hold in position. Whether you go fast or you go slow, even with the leash off, the dog should do that with you. And of course, we do expect the dogs to sit at the curb on the road or to visit or rest. And they can run and have fun. And notice with all those dogs close by, they choose to stay with their owners. Well done, guys. Now, that was pretty formal moving around there, and we want to show you that even though the dogs aren't under real tight control, given the command to work, they're still going to ignore the distractions and work with you. So they're just going to goof around with their dogs, maybe do some tricks or some fun stuff. And the dogs should ignore the other dogs playing out there. And they should think about their person, their owner, their main person in the world who they love to please. So it doesn't have to be all under command and right now do this. We want our dogs to be able to have a relaxed time, even though they're not fully under command, and still be able to hang out with you and listen to any appropriate command that may come by. Now, one of the things that people most often want to do when they come to dog training school, and that is to teach their dogs to come when called. I bet a lot of you have that goal in mind. We think that's a very, very important skill that all dogs should have, because we know that dogs who are under exercise, dogs who do not get enough exercise every day, often misbehave in the house because they're just too full of energy. One of the ways that you can help that is to get your dogs out and get them running. And,
Hey guys, if you can do me a favor and just type yep in the comments box if you can hear Deb okay. I'm not really sure. There's overhead speakers, but I can't really tell how well you guys can hear it. So let me know just in the comments really quick.
To get them back when it's time to go home. So the recall becomes very, very important. I want you to use your imagination. These dogs are out at a conservation area or park or somewhere, and they're just doing their own doggy thing. They're sniffing or they're playing with a stick or a ball.
Awesome, thanks,
and when
Melissa.
they get the word, they want to come directly, even though there's other dogs in the action. Oops, we had a
Thank you, Rita. I appreciate it.
He said, I like my dad so much I just didn't want to stay away from him anymore. Okay, just hold on there, Miss Ellie.
That's great, thanks.
Ellie Billy. She says, okay, I'm waiting on you this time, Dad. So whenever you're ready, call those dogs. I think being on the table there was a little confusing for him. To clear first, okay. So we're going to work hard on teaching your dogs to come on the first command. We're going to use the word come, and that tells the dog no ifs, ands, or buts. Just come directly to us. Now, as I mentioned, keeping your dog exercised and some of the energy burned off, a great way to manage that is through retrieving with your dog. Ted's going to do a little bit of an unusual retrieve here. We call it a seek back. So he's going for a walk with his dog, and he's moving along a trail or a path or through a meadow, and at some point in time he might drop his glove. And we know dogs have a great sense of smell. Great sense of smell. So somewhere in the back 40 he loses his glove. And now he's going to make his way back to his car in the parking lot, and he realizes, oh, my glove's not in my back pocket. So what can we do? Send our trusty old dog to go back down the trail. I know, it's a funny looking glove, but okay, she said, I've got it, Dad. We also have another golden retriever coming up here, and this is Wendy and Reva. And Wendy does field work with these dogs, where they learn to go and retrieve birds out of water and land. And so we're just going to do a simulation. She has what we call a bumper, and that's what is sort of used in training to teach the dogs to retrieve. Back is her command, and she should pick it up without munching it to death. And then swing her little derriere around there and said, here it is, Mom. And Carol, being very creative, she's an engineer and she is a great dog trainer. So she's found a fun retrieve for her dog. This is a toolbox, and if she happened to be working on something and needed a tool, well, she has the greatest dog. This is Bing going to get the screwdriver.
Get the screwdriver, buddy.
You should open the drawer. Is that the wrong drawer? Huh? Oh, I didn't see it at first there. And brings back the screwdriver. So once we teach our dogs to retrieve, you can get them to do all kinds of great things for you. Last but not least, we have Jane and her Belgian Malinois Falcourt. She likes to keep them in tip-top shape, and one of the ways is throwing a flying disc, or a frisbee as we call them. And whoa, atta boy.
It's a big dog.
Okay, so retrieving is a great way, and most of your dogs, as a young dog, might retrieve naturally, and it's up, you can cultivate that.
Now Falcour's a big dog, so it's always pretty impressive when he flies across the room, but I can't imagine being on the other side, seeing that huge Belgian Malinois coming towards you, tracking a frisbee. It's always interesting to watch.
But the toy, so when you throw it out, most dogs love to chase, but sometimes they don't like that, bringing it that part. They play that catch me if you can game once they get the object in their mouth. So by putting the toy on a string, you can pull the string back in and tug with them, then eventually maybe trade for a piece of food or another toy. And they'll eventually figure out that when they bring the toy back, you're going to throw it again, and it becomes a great fun game. Good exercise for your dog. We want to
So this is a fun thing that we do. It's like a mini dog agility course, excuse me, that we set up. And if you guys have watched our streams before, you'll know that we have a 14,000 square foot indoor agility arena next door with like artificial turf. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. But we sort of pare it down a little bit and to show off some of the family pets, awesome skills and agility for our grade 1 students. So we'll watch maybe 4 or 5 runs with some of the agility dogs. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Lots of students take part in this sport called dog agility. Great fun for both the human and the dog. So we're just going to run a couple of dogs through to give you an idea what this is all about. You never know, you might decide you really like this dog training stuff and might want to go on to do some of the fun things that comes with having a well-behaved and nice listening dog. Okay, Carol, who? Carol might as well go first. Okay, you were gonna, okay. Okay. Okay, I can't help you much here though, so. This is Carol. I just want to tell you that this is a course that the handler is supposed to know where to go, the dog does not. The dog relies on verbal commands, body language, and hand signals to figure out where the owner wants the dog to go. And the dog is going to try and listen to those cues and make your way through this course. Each obstacle has its own command, and we'll see whether the dogs are going to listen or not tonight. Okay, Carol, are you ready to go? Okay, this is Carol and her Parsons Terrier. This is Newman. Jump and then onto the teeter, which can be tough, and then into the teeter-totter into the tunnel. These are the weed pulls, and that is the hardest obstacle there is to do. The dog has to go in with the first pull on their left and then weave all the way through each individual pull. The tire jump, and we're going to go back and end off with our last loop-de-loop tunnel. Go, 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 and yay! Good job.
So I'm going to bring us to what I think is one of the coolest vantage points down here.
That dog, Carol, is he 11? Carol, 11 or 12? 12? That dog we just went there, that little Jack Russell Terrier, he used to be regularly competing in dog agility all across the country, 12 years old, still healthy and fit and having fun. And we have another old guy out here. This is Mark. Mark, he has a Belgian Malinois who is what, also 12 years old. This dog was on the Canadian World Team for dog agility in his younger years, but now he just loves to do the demos here. Please welcome Mark and Finn. Weed pulls are hard because the dog has to get every single one into the tunnel. You see, he gets a little good foot action going there, sort of swimming his way through. He goes around the back, whoops, and into the tunnel. We're going to do another backside jump. And let's hear it for another old guy. Yay! And next up we have Wendy and Reba. We met her before, and we're going to put the jump heights up just a tiny bit. The jump height is determined on the shoulder height of the dog, but of course the older dogs, we don't jump high. So this jump height is going to go up a little bit closer to the jump height of her shoulder. So this is Reba, and she can be a little wild and crazy sometimes. She really loves this dog agility stuff. Woo! There, just trying to go as fast as she can there. Got a little head action there. Look at that head go. Whoa! Okay. Around. There you go. Good girl. And just beautiful. We have another senior citizen coming up here. Oh, is Diane next? Okay, sorry, we have another youngster coming up here. I don't know how old is.
So why don't we check in with Instructor Steve and find out what it takes to be an expert tunnel holder.
Okay.
Well, I'm not
So this is a golden retriever. It's Diane with Holly.
Tunnel for moving.
Absolutely.
There's a lot involved.
Oh, let's go back to the action.
I gotta go.
The dog doesn't know where they're going. They're waiting for a command, a hand signal. or even body positioning. There she goes. Beautiful. Dogs all do the weave pulls a little differently. She's got a little hip hop action on her front feet. Round the backside. Whoa, that was a nice wrap all the way round. Wrap and over, that girl. Into the tunnel, and this is another little girl. There we go, and over. For most dogs, you know, when you see a jump, you want to go straight over, but we have this jump called the backside jump. So you have to be able to send your dog around the jump to jump back towards you, and it's very hard. Okay, another senior citizen here. How old is Jersey Girl?
She'll be 11 next week.
11 next week, and this dog has been a regular competitor in dog agility across the country and has placed in the top 5 many, many times in her category. So please welcome Christine and Jersey Girl. She's an old pro, but again, she's starting to get old. Oh, I got caught on that. Gotta get those legs there. She's got her feet going right that time. Beautiful. And get back. Good. Into the tunnel. Oops, where am I going, Mom? There. And around. Good girl. And this is what this dog works for. The chance to chase her laser light. Anything is possible.
So you guys have to check this out. This is Instructor Jane's big Belgian Malinois, Falcor, and watch how much the pole's been.
Okay, next up we have our biggest dog. This is Falcor, and this is a challenge for him. The planks are narrow, the weave poles are close together, and he practically has to crawl through the tunnels. But he doesn't choose to do it slow, so please enjoy Jane and Falcor. We're going to do that cheater again just because he is supposed to wait at the bottom for a second. Good boy. And then leave. He's pumped. He's got to get in there and he just says, weave pulls, get out of my way. I'm coming through. Ah, boy. Whoa, baby. Hang on to your seat here, folks. Whoa, tunnel. And another backside, over, and there he has it. What a guy. Good job, everybody. I'd like to thank all the instructors and their family dogs for coming out and doing a nice demo for us tonight. And they all do it for the love of their owner and the toy they get at the end of the room. You know, most of the students, or all of the instructors that you will meet here, and as I said, we have quite a few, all of them were students, just like you, coming to grade 1, the Family Dog program, and decided to go through. We have grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. We have agility classes, several levels. We have lots of things to do. And decided that,
well, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, something that a lot of people don't know, this whole thing, this whole place came about because Marty, when he was younger, actually had an issue with his heart. He had a heart attack when he was like 28, I believe, and he was working at the bank at the time. Decided at that point, listen, I love training dogs. I want to do it, what makes me happy, because I don't really know how long I'm going to live. So he decided to start a dog, training business, and it grew from there. If you guys would like to check out that video, there's a video that talks about how this all came about. But it's such an impressive story. He just decided he wanted to do what he loved, and he did it. I just find it so inspiring. We're going to, I'm going to stop the stream here in just a couple of minutes. Actually, I'm going to stop it now because there's lots to do tonight, and I don't want to leave these guys hanging. But I thank you guys for watching. Thanks for joining us, and thanks for your help, everybody, in the letting me know whether the volume was working. My my name's Ken Steep. If this is your first time with us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to catch all our live streams, thanks Amy, I appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed it. If you want to be made aware of when we go live, click the little bell icon beside the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified immediately. And I'm going to stop the stream and thank you guys for joining us and happy training.